All right, huge breaking news tonight. Now, we've been telling you it's coming. It is now here. Stunning reporting tonight from Sarah Carter that we are confirming with our sources. Classified DOJ documents that members of Congress are now reviewing. It shows widespread and extensive FISA abuses against the Trump campaign, and we have names. Now, here's how it all went down. At the last minute, the House, they finally got, literally within an hour, their subpoena request approved by the DOJ. Members of Congress were able to get their hands on all these classified documents. Now, at the last minute, Rod Rosenstein tried to stop it by going into Paul Ryan's office. Paul Ryan would have none of it. Now, it is more disturbing than we ever thought. And at this hour, our sources are telling us that the abusive power is far bigger than Watergate. Remember, Watergate was a third-rate break-in. What we're talking about tonight is the systematic abuse of power, the weaponizing of those powerful tools of intelligence, and the shredding of our Fourth Amendment constitutional rights that protect all of us against unlawful search and seizure. It is complicated, but it's also simple. We're going to break it all down for you in a way I hope that's easy to understand. Now, go back to the Watergate comparison for a minute. You got a group of people who tried to cover up the lead up to an election. They broke in, they stole things they shouldn't have, stole from the opposition. What we're talking about tonight is an abuse of the powerful tools of intelligence that we used to spy on people, except those tools were used against an opposition candidate and a president-elect and his entire team. And it was done not only under false pretenses, but with the help of Hillary Clinton. She bought and paid for the dossier that they filled with Russian lies, propaganda, salacious details that were never true. And that dossier was corroborated, we now know, by a long-time Clinton ally and sycophant. Now, here are the people that we're going to learn an awful lot about in the next couple of weeks. Pay very close attention. They are the highest ranks of the Department of Justice in your FBI. And tonight we can confirm that the Trump-hating, Clinton-loving FBI agent Peter Strzok and his mistress, FBI lawyer Lisa Page, they are at the nexus of everything, and there's so much more information coming. Now, at the end of all of this, we're going to learn an awful lot, beyond any shadow of a doubt, that the special counsel Robert Mueller and his band of Democratic witch hunters never should have been appointed, and they need to be disbanded immediately. Now, here's why Strzok and Page are connected to everything. What we're learning tonight is that these two Trump-hating individuals, they're at the heart and soul and center of it all. Remember, we still have 9,600 texts of theirs between each other that we haven't seen yet. And we're expecting that some of them will be released tomorrow. And everything that we've learned so far about Strzok and Page is now beginning to make sense. Let me explain. They called Trump an idiot, a lonesome human, and said, F Trump. And by the way, the meaning behind this particular text message is now, tonight, coming into clear focus. Remember Strzok? He wrote his mistress, Page, I want to believe the path that you threw out for consideration in Andy's office, that there's no way he gets elected. But I'm afraid we can't take that risk. It's like an insurance policy in the unlikely event you die before you're 40. Now, we believe here at Fox that Andy, mentioned in that text, is the FBI Deputy Director, Andrew McCabe. And this text message was sent on August the 15th of 2016. This is a very critical time frame, and here's why. Around the exact same time that Strzok and Page are talking about their insurance policy, well, the Obama administration officials are going to the FISA court to get a warrant on Carter Page. Stay with me. They're using Carter Page as a pretext to really spy on the Trump campaign. And now it is transparent to all of us what Strzok was saying to Page when they spoke about the insurance policy with Andy, we believe Andrew McCabe, in that text message, needing that insurance policy. Now, everyone seems to forget Lisa Page is a key legal counselor for McCabe. See how it all ties together? And listen, when they're sending the text messages about an insurance policy, they're also going to the FISA court. Now, sources are telling us tonight that the first time they tried to get the FISA warrant against Carter Page was in the summer. It was denied. Then the second time they tried to get it in the early fall, they used the phony Clinton bought and paid for dossier. And this time they were successful for one reason. The fake news dossier put the request over the top. It was the final nail in the coffin to get the FISA warrant out there against Trump. Now, you can forget about the reporting about George Papadopoulos running his mouth at a nightclub to an Australian diplomat. Any lawyer is going to tell you that that four-way hearsay, it's never going to hold up in court. Hearsay doesn't hold up in court. So back to Carter Page and the FISA warrant on him. There's a very important variety of things happening here. At that point, the Obama administration, they should have known that the dossier was totally false, full of salacious Russian lies. It should have been suspect on its face value. Now, Fusion GPS, they never even verified what was in that dossier, never tried, because they trusted Christopher Steele, who they hired, who put it all together. The same Christopher Steele would reportedly, pay Russians to get information. And by his very nature, think about it, he was a former MI6 guy. He was highly skilled in deception. So tonight, sources who are familiar with this classified information, only Congress can see it right now, they're telling me that it's a case of show me the man and I'll show you the crime. All right, now that you're up to speed on that part, we have a lot of questions for key people involved. Now, we need to know what all of these top Obama administration officials knew and when they found out, and exactly how they were involved in spying on an opposition campaign and an incoming president. Now, our questions don't end there. What did Hillary Clinton know? Her campaign know? The DNC that she controlled know? We know they paid Fusion GPS, $12 billion plus to put this phony dossier together. Did she know this was happening, and when did she know it? What did President Obama know? Was he briefed about the dossier before the election? Now, we believe he was. To sum it all up, Clinton fixed the primary, remember, against Bernie Sanders. Then Peter Strzok and James Comey, well, they fixed the investigation into her emails by exonerating her before even investigating that particular case. That allowed Clinton to stay in the race, and at the same time, Strzok, his mistress, Lisa Page, Deputy FBI Director McCabe, seemed to be on a mission, an insurance policy mission, to destroy Trump. The insurance policy is in case, God forbid, he wins. We don't think it's going to happen. And it's clear they were using the powerful tools of intelligence and a FISA warrant to have a backup plan in case Hillary lost. This is far worse than Watergate. This is an abuse of surveillance and intelligence to win an election, a massive abuse of power. And it was all done by just a few people who think and thought they knew better than you about who should be the president of the United States. And this is only the tip of the spear. It is the biggest national scandal by far in our lifetime.